Well, hello there, and welcome back. I owe you guys a video. I do. I absolutely do. I normally would have posted a video of me yesterday, but I didn't. So today, we're getting that out the way. So, most of all, so happy to see you. I'm thinking today we don't do too much. We just get a little bit of quality time. It's always good spending time with you. So, I'm just going to sit here. I was thinking we could do a little bit of visuals. I don't know how this is going to look, but maybe it'll look kind of cool. You never know. So, I'm going to go ahead and set the mic down so I can get focus on you. You're the main attraction here. You're what is most important today. So, first off, I have this little ball. I think it sounds pretty good. Now, with most of my triggers, there's always a backstory. I like it that way. Now this, I was in band in middle school. I played the trumpet. Now, I didn't do band in high school because I didn't want to I didn't want to have the label of band kid. So all the cool kids, they did band in middle school because it was still acceptable. And then once you get to high school, you kind of just dip. No hate though. I'm not hating at all. But I didn't want the label. And I'm sure many of you can understand. We are in band, and there's this Disney trip, and everyone's going to go on the Disney trip. But Mumbai is unable to go on the Disney trip. Mumbai does not have the sufficient funds to go on the Disney trip. Mumbai's funds are insufficient. That means Mumbai is broke. Now, all the other students, they're going on a Disney trip. But what just happened to happen is Mr. Doss, my band director, he says, Mumbai, you are good at the trumpet, and we need more trumpets on this band trip. How about I make you a proposal? And I said, what is this proposal you say? He says, well, I'll have to do some digging, but I think we might have sufficient funds in the bank to let you go for free. And what did Mumbai do? Mumbai got to go to Disney for free. Now, all we had to do band-wise was have one little, performance session for 3 hours. And that was it. So Mumbai was so happy to go on said trip. And we're going to turn on the water cooler for some white noise in the background. Now, oh my goodness, I was so excited to go on this trip. So excited. It's one of my best memories ever, I swear. So I guess this is going to turn into a ramble, isn't it? Like usual. But, so I planned for months, and I had this friend, his name was James. James and I were going to sit together on the bus, on the 8-hour car ride we were going on, or the bus ride. And so we had movies planned, we had mobile games planned, we had the whole shebang ready for this trip. So I was so gassed up. I had if one mobile game gets boring, I have 20 others. I had a Rick and Morty one that I was playing. It was like you create you unlock new Mortys or something like that. I'd only seen Rick and Morty once or twice, so I didn't know much about it at the time. Since then I've watched it all, but I was gassed. So we got on the bus, and it is exactly how I imagined. It went perfectly. We had so much to do, so occupied. We had been talking about it for months, so I was just I was high off life, let me tell you, my friends. Let me tell you, my friend. And so, me, high off life, get to the place, we get to the hotel, and it's late at night, and then everyone's just fooling around and stuff, and there's a game room. So in said game room, there's this. This is where this comes in. want to know what we did with them? I'll tell you in a second. We got in so much trouble. This is why I miss those times. It's so fun. Just prepare. I'll tell you in a second. Okay. So, me and the boys, we go back to the room. We were so excited to be there. We have this small room, so you walk in the room. To your right, directly, there's a mini fridge. Okay? 2 layers. And then to your left is the bathroom. 1 bathroom. There were 4 of us. 2 beds. 4 of us. We did not share beds. Let me tell you that. We were not doing that. We were not having it. So, your boy got I slept on the floor by the air conditioner. And so my body temperature was like 0 degrees all night. I was so freezing cold. With my blanket, everything. I was freezing my butt off. Now, this is not what we do with the balls, though. Let me tell you, we came up with an idea so quickly. We are gonna play mother flipping baseball in this room. So me and the boys, we grab a pillow. Okay, we grab a pillow. The corner where the air conditioner is, that is home plate. The TV is first base. Why are we using TV as first base? If we had broke that TV, you never know, we would have been in so much trouble. Third base was the back wall. Fourth base, no, that's first base, is the TV. Second base was like over the bed, in like by the bathroom, and then third base was the bedside table, and then you come back to home plate, which was like the air conditioner in the corner. So each of us took turns. We would pitch the baseball, and then we would smack the living mess out of the ball. Bang it, it's ricocheting, boom, boom, boing, 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 across the room. And we sprint to the TV, sprint to the other thing. We're jumping over things. We're smacking each other with pillows, and we make it back to home base. Oh my goodness, the 4 of us were having the time of our lives. Let me tell you, so much fun. So, funny enough, within 10 minutes of doing this, we get up, knock, 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 on the door. A knock, 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 on the door. And so, who is it? Oh, it's the orchestra teacher. Shorty, why are you at our room? And she says, excuse me, fellas, you guys are unbelievably loud. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. We're just chilling. You know, it was probably, we pointed our fingers at one guy. One of my friends, he always gotta push the blame on one person. So we all point our fingers. It was him. Now we're kidding. We obviously weren't selling him out. It was just a joke. She knew. But she was like, if you do this one more time, you guys are gonna get in trouble or split up or something like that. What did we do? We did it again. We kept playing baseball. And then one of the parents comes. Knock, 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 knock on the door. Guys, you guys, seriously, dude, you guys gotta quiet down. People are trying to sleep. Okay? Sorry, brother. I'm in like, what was I in 8th grade? I was young, so I just don't care. I'm like, this guy, shut up, bro. Like, I don't care. Me now, like, I'm more of a respectful type person, but me back then, no, I was very disrespectful. So I was not having it. We didn't care. We just didn't give a dang. And so, basically, the night was lit. It was so much fun. We started prank calling random numbers, as you do when you're in middle school. We'd call Pizza Hut and ask for Papa John's. We'd call the strip club. I don't know what we were doing, but quite honestly, that's just all I remember. Anyways, this ball got some ancient history right here. So, we're gonna continue the story. I'm gonna find another trigger to tap on, and then we're gonna move on, because there were some funny stories over the next few days of this trip. So, let's see. I really don't know. Like, I did not plan anything to, like, tap on or make sounds with, quite honestly, other than the ball. I wonder what the thing I was using for visuals would do. Imagine I'm just making little corrections. It's just slightly off. Or maybe hammering in a nail. That always falls down. There's a piece in the corner that has the glue is not glued on very well, so it's bound to happen. Usually my cat knocks it down. Alright, back to the story, my ladies and my gentlemen, you beautiful people whom I love so much. We are going to get back to the story. Now, the next day, I've actually never done hand sounds before in any of my videos, I swear. Back to it. Alright, so I can do little flutters. Sorry. Okay, focus. Frank, focus. Okay, lock in. Costco's giving me notifications. No, I'm just like, I don't need to read that. So, next day, we go out to, I think, the kingdom. There's all the kingdoms. There's the animal kingdom. It wasn't that one. It was the magic kingdom with the one with the big castle. So we go there. We get on like a boat, and it takes us over. And I remember, I'll tell that later. Okay, lock in. So we get there, right? We're gonna have a fun day. We're gonna have such a good time. So the first thing we do, we have to come up with a way to enjoy ourselves, right? We're waiting in line. We're bored out of our minds. We're in 8th grade. We need to come up with something despicable to do. So what do? We come up with, oh, truth or dare, right? No, we're not doing the truth part. We don't care. We're gonna play dare or dare. Dare or dare. So it's only dares. And here's how the game works. Don't know if you and your friends have ever done this before, but we basically throw out something super crazy that one person needs to do. And that one person, well, any of us can take the dare, right? The dare is for any of us. And there are about, I'd say 12 of us walking around together, the group for the day. There were many other groups, but this was my friend group that I would hang out with. And so you throw out a dare, and someone has to take it. Someone doesn't have to if no one does. Usually we'd come up with a dare, and someone would be like, alright, somebody's going to take that. The last one of the 12, right, who does not take a dare. So if 11 people choose a dare, and is sadly not here, and I don't have the time to do everything that I did before. But I promise you, I will make the remainder of the video with the best that I've got, because the kids, the neighbors' kids, are calling me, the youngins of the hood. They are asking me to play laser tag with them, and I've been teaching them how to play laser tag lately, and they all suck so bad, it's not even funny. So for me, it's not that much fun, but for them, it's the time of their lives, and so I will make do. I want some comp, okay? But they're not comp yet. They'll be comp eventually. So, anyways, Logan pretty much gets his head nearly stepped on, and someone has the footage. I don't. I may go check and see if I do. Don't think I do, though. Anyways, the next dare that I remember is to go get her Snapchat. Ooh, scary. I know, it's crazy. And so no one really wanted to do it. None of us were feeling that one. And finally, after almost throwing that one out, one of the guys finally said, I'll do it. And if my memory is correct, I think it was between 2 or 3 people remaining, and whoever did not take this dare was going to get knocked out. And my other memory is that each person rotated who created the dare, so each person would get a chance to create a dare, and the dare that they said was the dare that stood, so there was no changing. So sometimes we would sit there and we'd walk around for 30 minutes while neither person would want to take the dare, and then finally someone would do it, and then the game would be over, or the round specifically. So finally someone took the dare. He went up to the girl. He managed to get her Snapchat after a little bit of convincing, and we were good, and we moved on to the next round. And overall, I'm going to keep this story relatively short compared to what I told before, because I don't have the time for it. But maybe I'll tell more of the dares that we did more in detail another time, although a lot of them are very, very insane and quite honestly a little inappropriate. But that is okay. That is what you expect from, 14-year-olds. So, anyways, we are having the time of our lives. We're goofing off, and long story short, we get to the last round, and it's a 1v1. It's your boy and one of my friends. It's the final dare. Neither of us, I didn't want to do this at all, but, there was a money pool on the line, and so I pulled it out. I did it. I did the dare. I'm not gonna say what I did, because honestly, I'm too ashamed to tell you. I'm sorry. It wasn't that bad. I'm telling you, it's not that bad. But it's not something that I'm especially proud to share. So, we made it to the end. Your boy was the victor. I got the prize pool. I went ahead and bought myself a bunch of souvenirs. We still got them to this day. Let's go. So, it was a good day, nonetheless. So, the remainder of the day was spent doing other stupid things that we could think of. So, after that game was over, we had to come up with a new one, right? Another thing that we shouldn't be doing. And that was cutting the line. Okay, so we created the game. One person said, alright, let's see who can get to the front of the line fastest. And we're at the back of a 300 person line, if not more. I'm probably under exaggerating this, because this line goes outside, you wind around, then you go up some stairs to some area with a roof covering, and then you go indoors and you go up and all the way through this long hallway. So we had a long ways to go, and we were bored. We didn't want to skip the line just to skip the line, right? We just wanted to do something stupid and make a game because we were bored. So we went ahead and we were like, alright, bet, let's see who can get the furthest. So one of us would go like 2 people up, 3 people, and then the next guy was like, alright, bet I can easily top that. You go under the ropes and says anything, so that's the cheat code. Or if you just say my parents, I'm looking for my parents or something like that. But we literally all had t-shirts on from our school, so obviously we ain't looking for no parents. But actually parents were on the trip because there were chaperones, so I guess it could have been a little believable, but nah, not really. So we finally make it up, we find another school. They became immediately our rivals because the teachers were literally going to report us. They were so angry that we were cutting the line, and we were lying our butts off. We were like, no, we're just trying to get to the front of the line. Like, or no, sorry, our parents are up there, our friends, whatever. We lost someone. We can't find. Oh, that's one thing. We lost somebody or something like that. We need to go find him. He's at the front of the line. Our friend just happens to be lost at the front of the line, and so we managed to literally make it almost all the way up. We were paranoid we were going to get reported. We did not get reported. Long story short, we did not get reported. We did not get reported, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Now, would I do it today? No, probably not. Well, that's less acceptable now than it was back then, because I am much more mature, I think, now than I was when I was in 8th grade. So anyways, it was a fun time. We enjoyed ourselves. We went back to the hotel room that night, and we had a blast. It was great. We stayed up all night. We watched videos. There was this one comedy channel we used to watch. I think it's The Life of Jimmy. I think that's what his channel name is. But his name's Jimmy. He has like this comedy channel. He's been like, what's that show? Simi Valley or whatever. He's in that. That's his show, I think. And he is hilarious. And he and his friend used to have this what's the word? Series that was called Balcony Conversations. And there's this one balcony conversation that was so funny. And we watched it over and over and over. We were dying laughing. And that literally became something we quoted into high school. I have a couple friends who, if they were watching this, they would totally know what I'm saying. Like, I swear, it was so funny. Once again, we'll probably not repeating the things that we were quoting, because once again, they're not YouTube repeatable. But anyways, funny guy. Go check out his channel for sure. He's a goat. And yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. Oh, the thing I was gonna mention earlier. So there was on the boat. We went back on the boat to go to the place again that night. And there was this girl who had a thing for me for years, and she takes this romantic opportunity to walk up to me while I'm staring off into the distance at this ginormous lake or whatever we were on, and she thinks, oh, this is the perfect time for me to walk up and put my arm around him. I was mad uncomfortable. Like, I was like, why does she have her arm around me? Like, when did I say she could have her arm around me? When did I act like I wanted her arm around me? When did I give her any signs that I was interested? What is going on? I did not consent to this. Oh my gosh. I was like, but I didn't do anything about it, because honestly, as much as I did crazy stuff back then, being a kid, but I really cared about people's feelings, and so I did not want to hurt her feelings or be mean or embarrass her. So I sat there uncomfortably and let her put her arm around me and said nothing of it. But it was like weird and kind of awkward, as you'd expect. So let me know if you've had any experiences like that. I hope not. It really wasn't that bad. I'm being dramatic, but like it was definitely uncomfortable. But she continued being weird into high school, so there's just really no difference. And it'd be funny if she was watching this. There's no chance she is, so we're good. We're safe. Anyways, my dad and our carpenter are doing work outside. My carpenter's getting old. He like built our house and stuff, or helped to build like our screen and porch and stuff. But apparently my dad's saying he's like actually age is starting to get to him, which is kind of sad because he's so. And now I do believe that we will be nearly wrapping up the video. After, the whole exciting week at Disney, or weekend, or how many ever days it was, actually it was definitely during the week because everyone else was in class, which was why it felt so good to be there. One of the biggest reasons was that we got to skip class for a whole week while everyone is learning. rides are so amazing. Like, it's magnificent what they've been able to create there. Like, I'm insanely impressed. Deeply, deeply impressed. Now, afterwards, I came home on the bus, which was less of an exciting bus ride. It was more sad. I didn't want to go home. As a kid, I always got really sad whenever a really fun time was over. I would get so excited to finally do something like that, and then I'd come home and I'd be like so sad. So sad. I'd be so depressed for a couple days. And then I'd regain my excitement for something else. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can relate to that. Like, when I was a kid, I would always have my grandma hide me because I didn't want to go home. And like, my parents would be like, "Where's Ethan?" And I'd be like, I wouldn't say anything. It'd be silence. And they'd be like, "Grandma, where's Ethan?" And she'd be like, "I don't know, I can't find him." She knew exactly where I was. I was hiding in the closet. And I was just hoping, like, I had watched Home Alone, and I was like, in Home Alone, they left their kid for like an entire Christmas. So why can't my parents just forget me and go home? Like, I wished, oh man, I wish they would just leave me. No school, that'd be great. Anyways, well, thank you for sticking around if you made it this long. I love you all, and it's always great getting to, spend time with you guys. And leave me a comment. Let me know your favorite part, or what you enjoyed, or what you want to see in the future. Give me some ideas. Some ideas are always good. Let me know what you like, what you don't, and what else. But I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing night. I'm gonna go smack